Welcome to my channel. If you like the content, please subscribe for more.
How do I cope with a didn't see it coming situation? Me, 39, and my fiancée, 30 Eve, have been dating for 2 years and have lived together for a year and a half. I proposed to her on May 12th, 2021. We met on Matchcom and life was amazing, starting with our first date. After dating for 6 months, we moved into a brand new apartment to start an amazing life with two very sweet kitties. Her family and my family are awesome and get along well. Everyone was pumped for the wedding. I work in college education and she is studying for her registered nursing exam. We were ready to have a baby by 2023, and the parents couldn't be any happier for us. We have already visited multiple wedding venues in multiple cities and decided that we were ready for this and a baby. In fact, we started purchasing baby clothes and teething toys in anticipation. Here's where things get tricky. At the beginning of our relationship, we decided not to have kids, and I was cool with it. She wanted to finish school, get a job, and then we would vacation. However, as the second year passed, she changed her mind and did want to have a baby, and I said if that's what she wanted, I'm down for it. She secretly took this type of answer to mean I really didn't want kids, but after that statement, I did participate in the baby clothes and toys purchases, and I would even comment on how her friends' babies were cute and such, all indicators that I am down for a future dad bod with a hot mom. I thought we were on track with our future plans. I was wrong. My fiancée doesn't participate in any social media and isn't addicted to her phone like a lot of people are, myself included. I admired this about her, but at the end of nursing school, I noticed she was using her phone more to text. More than ever, actually. She told me it was other nursing students and they were all preparing for nursing exams. That's cool with me. However, I noticed she started laughing and smiling at her phone a lot. She also started mentioning a guy's name to me and to her family.
I caught these two red flags immediately, but kept it to myself because I thought I was just being jealous.
June 19th was D-Day. She left to work and forgot her cell phone. Using those two red flags as justification to check her phone, I found messages confirming my worst nightmare. My best friend and partner in crime was sleeping with the guy from her class. My heart sank and broke. I drove to her work, called her out to the parking lot, and told her I wouldn't be there when she returned. She immediately left work and followed me home and tried to stop me from packing my things. I had to call her family to pull her off of me. She's been reaching out to me, and she is a mess. She can barely talk without crying. I told her she's only asking for forgiveness because she got caught, and she stated that she did want to tell me, but the other guy didn't want me to know because he has 3 kids and didn't want me to mess up his life somehow. My question is this. She seems extremely remorseful, but do you believe she wanted to tell me? She says she didn't feel like we were on the same page with the wedding and the kids, but I'm pretty sure I showed that we were on the same page. Her family is making excuses for her behavior so that I will come back, but I don't know. What would you do? Update. How do I deal with a didn't see it coming situation? Okay, my wonderfully supporting peeps, bear with me. I know that not a single one of you supported reconciliation, but I did speak to her via the phone because I needed to know it wasn't my fault, even though I knew it wasn't my fault. I wanted her to say it. The last post had 311 comments, and we're all in this together now. Here's what I learned. Not all of it is new, but connecting the dots is new. My former fiancée has communications issues with her mom who suffers from bipolar disorder. As a child and as an adult, a primary source of love for her has been unreliable in the communication my fiancée needed to feel love and safety from her mother. So my former fiancée abandoned the mother-daughter ship several times. Her ability to communicate her needs wasn't being developed because of this back and forth, inconsistent relationship with her mom. Now, how did this affect our relationship? My former fiancée says she projected her negative feelings about communication onto me since I became a primary source of love, and as things got more serious, wedding and baby planning, she abandoned ship by cheating. Yes, I know. It doesn't justify the cheating, but at least I know she was at fault for not fixing her communication issues years ago. She said this a relationship issue for her. This is the reason she wants couples therapy. Now check this out. Her and I co-lease a very nice luxury apartment. I'm not flexing, just letting you know what's at stake. I worked hard for this apartment, and I put down lots of deposits and fees to get us in there. I pay all the bills and she only pays her half of the rent. I moved out because I was so upset. I now stay 45 minutes away from my work, and it's a two-way drive every day. If she messed up, why does she get to stay there? That's my place too, and I deserve it. But how do I deal with a joint lease? She says she desperately wants me back. Cue the comments about me being used for cash. She's willing to do whatever it takes, including me being the relationship police, setting the rules, and sleeping on the couch. She wants to start couples therapy, paid for her by her brother, starting this weekend. Here's some more interesting tidbits that may cause you to spit out your coffee. This is the best relationship she has ever had. She has never depended on a man except for me. She doesn't love me as much as she used to, but wants to. She is nervous about sleeping in the same bed. My ability to speak and make points clearly makes her think I am up to something. She has feelings for App like a friend. So, the last post had 0 supporters for sticking through this. How many naysayers do I still have? In my close group of personal friends, only 2 have supported getting back together. Update. Here I am again after deciding to stay. Well, I, 41M, had left this group last year after thinking I had survived infidelity by my then fiancé, 32. At that point, we had been together 2 years or so, and everything seemed fine until I went through her phone and discovered she was seeing someone else and having sex time with them. I noticed a behavior change in reference to her phone, and this prompted my search of her cell. I confronted her about it and told her I was leaving, and I actually did leave for a couple of weeks. But every day she would cry and beg for me to come back. Like ugly cry, big time. She offered to pay for couples counseling, which I didn't think I needed, but she said it would help. It turns out the way her mother treated her in her childhood was the reason she cheated on me. She cheated me on before and after the engagement. She swore she would change. Everything was good again. I was an idiot. We got married. That was in 2022. Fast forward to today. She's pregnant. I notice the behavior change again. I check her phone. This time she has deleted some messages, but I can still make out what they mean, and some are straight-up confessions. She's cheating again and having time with someone else while pregnant with what I'm assuming is my baby. I guess it's paternity test time. The guy she is sleeping with is someone from work who she told me about because her coworkers think he looks like me. I was like, whatever. Then she also asked me what it means when a guy friend stops talking to you because they need to figure things out. I believe it was this guy who might have broken up with her. What kind of person asks her husband about the guy she's seeing? And what kind of person cheats while pregnant? I'm dealing with a monster here, right? When I first posted about the initial cheating, over 300 people told me to leave then. I should have listened. This weekend on our 1-year anniversary, which is on Sunday, I'm dropping the bomb on her. I do worry about the well-being of my unborn child, though. This stress will be bad for the baby, right? What should I do? Update 1. On social media, I discovered my wife's app. Should I send her the screenshots of the texts between my wife and her husband on D-Day Sunday? Update 2. After learning on a Thursday night that my new wife was cheating once more, I kept everything a secret on the following Friday and Saturday because I had family events that I didn't want to be ruined by my discovery. We both awoke on Sunday, and she announced that she wanted to go out for breakfast. We both dressed, and I then invited her parents to join us. They are our neighbors. I gave them all seats. I stayed in place. I dropped the bomb after that. I advised her not to lie to me and that there were no more opportunities. She would pause while responding when I questioned her about the texts and their content. She was ruminating over what to say or fabricate, and I could tell. I informed them all that I desired a divorce. I then forwarded the guy's wife the screenshots of their texts. On Facebook, I discovered her. She asked me, "Are you married to K or A?" As an answer, I said, I'm married to, and that's when I realized what had happened. Therefore, she was already aware of my wife and him. Regardless, they begin their own argument at home. She requests that I inquire with my wife about any after-hours meetings at the workplace, a hospital. My wife attests that they did. They didn't, he claims. His wife and he are both liars, I told her. I questioned my wife about this guy dating K. Ellie didn't. He really is a player. I received the paternity test results yesterday, Saturday. The infant is, however, I'm still in the divorce process. We continue to reside in the same home that we purchased 8 months ago, but in separate bedrooms. She is love-bombing me and claiming to both love and despise me. She also implied that I had tried to secure employment for my ex, which wasn't true. I had only ever dated one of my friends. She claims that she can no longer trust me. She is trying to find an explanation for her behavior, but it won't hold up. On the 30th, I meet with the attorney. I'll keep everyone informed. Redditor's reactions. Update after Redditor 1. You drop the bomb and ask for a paternity test. Prenatal. Don't fall in the trap of the well-being of the baby. Don't postpone the confrontation after the birth. You need to know if the baby you will bond with is your or not. Redditor follow-up. This. Blow all this up to her work, family, and friends. Detail how this is the third time she cheated on you and who they were. Go scorched earth and let all the betrayed spouses and girlfriends know. With your girl's phone, a private investigator could get you all the info on these guys in under a week. Do it. Redditor 2. Could it turns out the way her mother treated her in her childhood was the reason she cheated on me? That's an excuse, not a reason. Her mother has nothing to do with her choices. By that definition, every child raised in an abusive environment would turn into an abuser in adulthood. That is not the case. Many actually turn into protectors and make sure that their own kids never have to endure anything like that in their own lives. You are indeed dealing with a very special case. The whole pregnancy is already a stress test in itself. I would make it clear to her that this is over for you. Try to do it calm and collected. Why wait for a better moment when the result is clear? This is on her, not on you. She had various choices at her disposal. This is what she chose out of all the options. Get that paternity test to make sure who the father is, and best of luck to you. Redditor 3. The way she mentioned, he looks like you makes me think she wants to pass his baby as yours. Answer. I actually considered that and thought, if he does look like me, I wouldn't even recognize it in the baby. She's a creep. Update 2. Here I am again after deciding to stay. I found out on a Thursday night that my new wife was cheating once more, but I kept it a secret the next 2 days because I had family events that I didn't want to be ruined by my discovery. We both awoke on Sunday, and she announced that she wanted to go out for breakfast. We both dressed, and I then invited her parents to join us. They are our neighbors. I gave them all seats. I remained standing. And then I dropped the bomb. I advised her not to lie to me and that there were no more opportunities. She would pause while responding when I questioned her about the texts and their content. She was ruminating over what to say or fabricate, and I could tell. I informed them all that I desired a divorce. I then forwarded the guy's wife the screenshots of their texts. On Facebook, I discovered her. She asked me, "Are you married to K or A?" as an answer. I said, I'm married to A, and that's when I realized what had happened. Therefore, she was already aware of my wife and him. But regardless, they begin their own argument at home. She requests that I inquire with my wife about any after-hours meetings at the workplace, a hospital. My wife attests that they did. They didn't, he claims. His wife and he are both liars, I told her. I questioned my wife about this guy dating Kay. Ellie didn't. He really is a player. I received the paternity test results yesterday, Saturday. The baby is mine. However, I'm still in the divorce process. We continue to reside in the same home that we purchased 8 months ago, but in separate bedrooms. She is love-bombing me and claiming to both love and despise me. She also implied that I had tried to secure employment for my ex, which wasn't true. I had only ever dated one of my friends. She claims that she can no longer trust me. Okay. She is trying to find an explanation for her behavior, but it won't hold up. On the 30th, I meet with the attorney. I'll update everyone.